Okay, so we've got sec x equals minus 5. This is question number 7. Right, so sec x equals minus 5, which means cos x equals 1 over minus 5. This implies that x is equal to, now when it comes to the calculator, don't put in the minus, so it's 1 divided by 5, 1 divided by 5, inverse cos, comes to 1.36, but it's not, that would be the angle, so I use the cast diagram, CAST. Now the angle I've just said, 1.36, is this angle here, but we want the negative angle here. In fact, it's going to be pi minus 1.369, or it's the angle here, okay, which is pi plus 1.369. So x is equal to 1.7721 or 4.511. They want it to 2 decimal places, so it's 1.77 and 4.51. Now the next part, show this equation here, okay. Well, I think this is only 4 marks. Okay, so we've got cosec x of 1 plus cosec x so I'm going to put it all over 1 plus cosec x 1 minus cosec x. So that goes in there 1 minus, so it's going to be cosec x times 1 minus cosec x minus cosec x times 1 plus cosec x equals 50. On the top bracket I can see, well, okay, we'll write it out. So we're going to have cosec x minus cosec squared x minus cosec x minus cosec squared x all over. Now this comes to 1 minus cosec squared x, and that lot will equal 50. Now on the top we shall get left with minus 2 cosec squared x, and underneath you're going to have 1 minus cosec squared x equals 50. Right, now we can make use of an identity, and we get 1 plus cot squared x is equal to cosec squared x. Okay, now then, so on the top we're going to have 2 minus 2 cosec squared x, and underneath we're going to have cotangent squared x, aren't we? This is going to be cot squared x equals 50. Now we've got that right. Be minus cot squared. That'd be minus. Okay, so the minuses cancel out, and of course the 2 cancels out, so we get left with cosec squared x over cot squared x equals 25. As I say, I can't get rid of this page, so I'm going to pause that for a second, get the next page. Okay, now then, cosec x is 1 over sine squared x, so that's 1 over sine squared x times 1 over cot squared x. Cot squared x equals 25. So we've got 1 over sine squared x times 1 over, now cot squared is cos squared x, and then the sine squared goes at the top, equals 25. So obviously the sine squared cancels out, and we get 1 over cos squared x equals 25, which of course is sec squared x equals 25. Now I expect there's an easier way of doing it than that, but I've got there. Okay. Okay, part C. Hence or otherwise solve the equation. Right, now we've just worked out that actual equation is the same as sec squared. So it's actually sec squared x equals 25, same equation. So cos squared x is equal to 1 over 25. So that means that cos x is equal to the square root of 1 over 25 plus or minus, which means that cos x is equal to minus 1/5, which was the first question we had actually, which implies that x is equal to 1.77, 4.519, or CAST. The angle there is the 1.369, so the other angle is down here, so it's all the way around here, so it's 2 pi minus 1.369, which comes to 4.913. Comes to 4.913. So x is equal to 1.77, 4.51, 1.37, 4.91. Okay. I think that's the finish of number 7. Question 8. Given that e to the power minus 2x equals 4, find the exact value. Okay. So we have e to the minus 2x is equal to 4. Take logs. So minus 2x is equal to log 4. So x is equal to log 4 divided by minus 2. Find exact value, that will do. Right, the diagram shows a graph that. Okay, what have we got to do? State the y coordinate of A. Okay, so I'll bring this up here, narrow it up, maybe I can do it some better. Okay, part which says state the y coordinate of A. Okay, so we've got the equation y is equal to 4e. Now at A, x is going to be 0, so that's going to be 0, isn't it? Minus e to the power 0. E to the power 0 is 1, so it's 4 minus 1, which is 3. So that's what A is. Okay, now find the x coordinate of the stationary point M. Okay, a stationary point. Okay. So we've got the equation y is equal to 4e to the minus 2x minus e, no, I've forgotten what that is, e to the minus 4x. And we want to find the stationary point. Okay, so dy y dx is equal to 4 times the minus 2 e to the minus 2x minus minus 4 e to the minus 4x, which equals minus 8 e to the minus 2x plus 4 e to the minus 4x. At stationary point dy by dx equals 0. Therefore minus 8 e to the minus 2x plus 4 e to the minus 4x equals 0. Well, we can divide by 4, so we get minus 2 e to the minus 2x plus e to the minus 4x equals 0. We can multiply by e to the power 4x. That will give us minus 2 e to the power 2x plus 1 equals 0. So 2 e to the power 2x is equal to 1. So e to the power 2x is equal to 1 over 2. Running the same old problem. So I now take logs. So that's going to be 2x is equal to log of 1 over 2, which means x is equal to half of log 1 over 2. Now that will do as the answer. There are other ways of doing it. Let's just check what the question was. That's the x coordinate. Did they ask for the coordinates? Find the x coordinate B in the exact form. In an exact form. So that is one answer. We could do other things just for out of interest, just to show you. I'll pause that and do